Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only.
Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and I'm showing back up. A little bit older, a little bit wiser. I'm lying, but I recently just celebrated a birthday, stepping into a whole new chapter. So I took a little break, went outside-ish, nothing too crazy, but definitely recharged. And in that time, the Supreme Court is Supreme Courting. White men or white peopling, and that one black person that forgot who the hell he was. But whatever the case, y'all, it seems like this is one of them times where you really got to check in and see what a village looks like for you. Now, I know there are people, and I've definitely seen this with folks with platforms, where they're like, I don't really get into politics. We're not getting into all of that. I'm going to say this. We really can't afford not to. With the overturning of Roe v. Wade, I know a lot of people look at it as just abortion. Like, well, if that's the case, just be careful about who you lay down with, maybe this, that, and the third. There's so much nuance. There's so much fine print to that. There's so many exceptions. There's so many situations that y'all are ignoring that it's scary, especially as it pertains to women's health. Access to birth control. First of all, just access to general health care has already been a struggle for us. And we covered a lot of this in the Protect Black Women episode with the ladies of the AFIA Center. So y'all got to go back, run it back, and make sure, especially if you're in the state of Texas, that you are tapping into the resources that are still available. Obviously, abortions will still be legal in some states, but you got to have your affairs in order if that's a route you end up having to take, okay? Alrighty. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to get too heavy into it because I feel like I want to make sure the ladies are going to revisit those that specialize in reproductive justice and things of that nature. We're going to continue to have these conversations, but y'all got me laughing at y'all right now because y'all wild. So I've seen a lot of people saying, just watch who you lay down with, this, that, and the third. And I think the funniest judgment is coming from those who are in relationships. Now, y'all listen. We've talked about this over and over again, how there is nobody more single. Ain't nobody out here more single than a married man. Let's be clear. And especially when we're talking about white, wealthy men who, by the way, as Kiana told us in the last episode, they don't have to worry about this. They got their doctor buddies. They'll pay their little fee. They're going to get what they need to get for theirs done if they're not trying to bring more life into this world. But a lot of y'all's relationships have been saved because somebody made a trip to Planned Parenthood. A lot of y'all's secrets have been kept because somebody went ahead and handled that for you. So I think it's interesting how a lot of people think that the overturning of Roe v. Wade is not going to impact them, when in fact you have been one of the primary beneficiaries of either a Plan B, which they're going to start limiting the amount of sales on that. So first of all, those of y'all out here expecting women to pop those like Skittles for you, we got to have a new conversation with that as well. Okay? If there was ever a time for you fellas to get behind women, I don't care how you feel, this is it, because it benefits you, because some of y'all just absolutely at gunpoint cannot stop shooting up the doggone club, and you know it. So when people have these conversations and pretend like that closet is not filled with skeletons, it blows me. Especially those of y'all that keep a sneaky link, that know you are not single, that stay in somebody's DMs, that stay trying to fly somebody out. Are y'all serious right now? So let's go back to the village. Now, here's the thing, y'all, because I know I've been gone for a minute. I'm not going to keep y'all a long time today. This is one of those. Peeking my head back in. I've been outside kicking it. We back to business, y'all, but I'm going to keep it brief. I'm going to get you out in time for brunch. I'm not going to keep the church service too long. I'm not going to hold y'all long today. So I want to tie this into a particular situation that has just gone viral on social media. There's a video of a girl. She has children, I guess multiple baby daddies. I really couldn't even watch the whole video. It was a hot mess. However, the father came over and brought McDonald's for his child. I'm going to tell y'all like this. I really think the whole thing is staged. I think at this point, people are going to figure out ways to go viral, no matter how goofy it is. Number one, she's talking about her food stamps not hitting to a certain day. I can't see anybody doing a video like that and putting it out there for the world. So that right there is an automatic red flag that this video is actually real and this is a situation that really took place. But let's just say it is. It's not the video and the context of the video itself. It's been the responses. So I'm seeing grown men out here arguing. That ain't his kid. You ain't got to do this and that third. You did it. And now, mind you, a lot of these men have kids. It's men having these conversations that owe money in child support. Y'all know how I circle back to that. If you owe anything in child support, if you are in arrears $6, stay out of these conversations. You can't even keep your affairs in order. So why are you speaking? Why are you so loud? Y'all irk. So there's all these men going in, and women been doing it too. I'm about to get y'all, don't worry. But they're talking about how, these kids ain't their responsibility. It's not their fault. What do you expect him to do? Just nasty things. She should have her kids taken away, which y'all love saying this, but ain't none of y'all trying to get full custody. None of y'all. Y'all say that to try to deem people as unfit, but let's stop playing. So again, we got all these men, and this went on for about 3 days straight. Every day I'm waking up, I'm seeing men arguing about these doggone kids and this McDonald's. So I'm going to tell y'all, I have a toddler. So we make our way to the Golden Arches a couple of times a week. She likes the little toys in the baggie. A Happy Meal right now runs roughly $4.88. So we're talking about chump change, first of all. So 3 kids, that's a little over $12 or whatever. Y'all know I fail math, so don't come for me in my lack of skills with the numbers. But it's not a lot of money. It's not at all. And I think where I'm also looking at it from is the standpoint of the village. Now, I'm going to get to that, but women, y'all have even been more surprising in y'all responses because a lot of y'all are whole single mamas up here riding. Again, y'all always trying to get, y'all stay trying to get chose. If there is one situation where you should not be looking to get chose, it's this conversation. Because if you riding behind dudes and gassing them up and agreeing with them, if they get with your single parent ass, what do you think is in store for your kids? They made it clear that them ain't they kids. So why would you be out here agreeing and trying to side with somebody that makes it clear that you being a single mother means that even if they are in proximity to you in any way, especially if y'all children are going to be siblings, obviously, that they don't matter. Y'all hop on this pick-me train. Y'all die on this pick-me hill for the wrong things. Every time. And I don't get it. You're not getting chosen in this situation because listen to the conversations. Okay, so there's that. Y'all good for trying to throw other women under the bus. And it never helps you. It never helps you. So this village, and the statement was made, and I mean, it really stuck with me about how y'all think F them kids, not my problem. But then when we talk about community violence, because the one thing about y'all, if we talk about activism and riding for our culture in any way, the first thing y'all say is, well, y'all want to do X, Y, Z. You want to protest. You want to do this, that, and the third. What about black on black crime, which is not a thing. Stop saying that. This quote unquote black on black crime, if we're going to be honest, it would start at this level. It would start with little kids seeing themselves being rejected, seeing the kid next to them getting things they don't have access to. How do you think it impacts a child? And again, I'm not even speaking specifically on that situation because I don't know the backstory. Again, I'm still questioning whether or not the video was not just a stunt to go viral. But how do you think it impacts a child to see another child that is close to them receiving and them being looked over? Never mind what the situation is. If their daddy is present or not, that is not their fault. Again, we're talking about innocent children. If this is a cycle, this child is going to continue to see this happen. Continue. What do you think they're going to grow up to do? Who do you think they're going to go after? We talk about shootings and deaths and how it was jealousy behind it. You don't think something like this type of situation is planting a seed? No? Am I going too far on this? Nobody's with me? Got it. Okay, figured. Cool, cool, cool. All I'm saying is, if we're talking about community the way y'all always preach, we got to come together, man. Our families are broken. We got to fix the black family. You don't think that starts with looking after the kids that don't have a mentor? The ones that are fatherless? Or do y'all just pick and choose when that argument is relevant? Because that's what it's looking like to me. I just want us to think about that real quick. If it's about community, I remember being a kid, and in my neighborhood, anytime there was a cookout, anytime anything was going on at somebody's house, the other friends, it was just an unspoken rule that the community took care of the children. Is that not what we're supposed to be doing? But I guess this is a situation where it's a ghetto ass baby mama, or she has multiple and again, I don't even think I really know if she has multiples. We just make assumptions, right? If it's more than 3 kids or more than 2 kids, she's undeserving. She needs to get whatever dragging coming her way. We got it. We know how y'all feel about black women, even though the black fathers leave in these situations. We don't speak of them because, you just got to choose better. There's never accountability on that end, which I'm not going to go too deep down that road, but the village is what we need. And I don't know about y'all, but when I come into a room and there's multiple kids, I'm never going to give my child something that other kids in the room don't have access to. Number one, I ain't trying to get her jumped. I don't think y'all think about that either. Kids can be mean, very mean. So there's that. I think we just got to do better. I find it very interesting that people don't support Roe v. Wade, but you have these strong opinions about kids in households where fathers aren't present and what is not anybody's responsibility. But y'all want people to continue bringing these children into the world and creating more situations. I'm going to just say this right now. Look, a lot of y'all with these opinions, you're chasing single mothers. So what do you think that means for you if you want her to have children? And ladies, first of all, these dudes that are going hard like this who y'all trying to get chose by? This is who you entertaining? I think it's worth unpacking. That's what we do here. Maybe when these situations come up, listen to what these folks are saying. Listen to how these men, listening to how these men feel about single mothers can probably save you some trouble down the road. Because right now, he just rocking with you, not what comes with you. So, yeah, guys, we really need to do better. I feel like we really got to do better. Because with the Supreme Court ruling, we gonna need each other more than ever. Y'all may not see it now, but these petty arguments about $2 cheeseburgers, we better than this. Like, we have to be. If you absolutely feel like the Supreme Court made the right decision and you are pro-life, you need to be pro-life with these children right now. I don't know. If you pro-life, anytime you go through drive-through, you need to be thinking about these other kids. If you are pro-life, you need to be in the community. You need to be in the community mentoring these kids. If you are pro-life, any woman in your life that you know is overwhelmed with motherhood, that doesn't have the resources, you need to be reaching out. Pro-life is that is an active stance. That is an active stance. You can't be pro. You can't be about life and not protect it. You can't be about life and not do your part to enhance it. You can't be pro-life and not use your resources to make a situation better for somebody outside of what just came from you. That is not how this works. And if you honestly feel that way, shut the entire hell up. We don't need to hear what you got to say at all. If you really about it, anytime you are in CVS or Walgreens, just walk on by, you see a Plan B, just pick one up. Get a few just cause. You know you about to be out in these streets. You know you about to throw on your brunch boot. You know you about to be outside. Pick up a couple of Plan Bs. Let's help fix the problem. I don't know. So, first of all, do y'all like my hair? I'm not going to wear this again. I really just did this for y'all. It's extremely hot outside. It's box braid season. So we need each other to survive, and we got to start acting like it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Where applicable. Socially distance. I'm laughing saying this now. When you get a free moment, remember, please, to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only